Survival games keep getting better, and 2025 is filled with fresh titles to check out. Some are fresh ideas, some are big sequels. Here are 15 survival games you need to play this year. Let's begin.
Still making it about yourself. Just look at us.
How can you be pretty?
Atomfall is one of the standout new survival games of 2025. Set in the British countryside after a nuclear disaster, it throws you into a quarantine zone filled with secrets, strange groups, and constant danger. You'll spend a lot of time scavenging, crafting, and making choices about who to trust. Combat is tough since ammo is limited, and with no fast travel, every journey across the map feels like a real risk. That small detail makes exploring heavier and more meaningful. What makes Atomfall stand out is how it blends survival gameplay with a folk horror atmosphere. If you're looking for something different in the survival genre this year, this is definitely one you don't want to skip.
Certain death if you choose to enter the woods.
What's on your mind, dear?
Come into the light where I can see you.
Keep your eyes open.
The voice in the soil.
You're not welcome here.
Oi!
Back off.
RuneScape Dragonwilds is one of the fresh survival games to try in 2025. It's a co-op open world where up to 4 players can team up to explore the new continent of Atomfall. Dragons have awakened there, and your job is to survive, build, and craft your way through dangers until you can challenge the Dragon Queen. The game mixes classic RuneScape elements, skills, magic lore, with survival mechanics. You'll gather materials, unlock spells, and build bases. Some of the spells even help with resource gathering, like clearing trees or mining quicker. That said, it's not perfect yet. Some players say the survival loop can get repetitive, and defending your base is tough because enemies sometimes bypass your defenses. If you want a survival game with a fantasy twist and you like RuneScape style, Dragonwilds is one to keep an eye on this year.
Off-worlder, I have a feeling. A premonition, a touch of Tao. I saw you, I saw the sleeper. For a moment I saw both of you there on the burning ground. And then there was only you. Not a sleeper, just an off-worlder.
Dune Awakening is one of the survival games you'll want to play in 2025. The game takes you to Arrakis, the desert world from Dune, where you need to survive heat, thirst, sandstorms, and the constant threat of sandworms. Early on, you choose a mentor path like the Bene Gesserit, which gives unique abilities and changes how you play. Survival here isn't just about crafting and gathering resources, it's also about politics and fighting over spice and territory. The game mixes survival with MMO elements. You'll build bases, explore the desert, and compete with other players for control. If you want a survival game that feels huge and lets you decide between surviving the desert or ruling it, Dune Awakening is worth keeping on your list this year.
These bugs are faster than they look.
What the hell did we get ourselves into?
Reloading.
God damn! We're about to have our hands full.
Excellent! Quit messing around!
Grounded 2 takes the backyard survival idea to the next level, with a bigger world, more challenges, and new mechanics. You're still shrunken down and fighting to survive among bugs and plants, but now you can use buggies to move faster and haul supplies across dangerous areas. The survival loop of scavenging, crafting, and building bases feels more rewarding, with new insects, hidden hazards, and expanded systems that push you to explore further. Combat and exploration have more depth, and every trip outside your camp feels like a small adventure. Whether you prefer to play solo or jump in with friends, Grounded 2 delivers a mix of creativity, challenge, and fun that makes it stand out as one of the must-play survival games of 2025. Dreadzone is a survival game set in 2030, where a virus called Xeno-29 has left cities in ruins and turned people into mutants. You're infected too, and the fight to stay alive pushes you to scavenge food, craft tools, and build shelter in a world that doesn't cut you any slack. The map takes you through factories, tunnels, and broken towns filled with danger. Mutants and zombies roam the streets, wild animals hunt in the forests, and sometimes the biggest threat comes from other survivors. You can play solo, co-op, or even try PvP if you want more chaos. For survival fans looking for something new in 2025, Dreadzone is a game that deserves your attention. Revenge of the Savage Planet released in May 2025 and mixes exploration, action, and light survival. You play as a stranded explorer moving across strange alien worlds, scavenging gear, and pushing forward to take revenge after being betrayed. Each planet has unique creatures, hazards, and puzzles. You'll scan life forms, unlock traversal tools like a grappling hook or whip, and craft upgrades to survive tougher areas. Combat isn't just shooting. Using goo guns, traps, and the environment is part of the fun. The game also supports co-op, so you can explore and survive with a friend. It's not about hunger meters or harsh weather, but adapting to alien threats and managing resources keeps the survival edge alive. For anyone looking for something new this year, Revenge of the Savage Planet earns a spot on the list. No Man's Sky isn't brand new, but the constant updates keep it fresh and worth playing in 2025. It's a mix of exploration, survival, crafting, and trading across a massive universe with countless planets to discover. Survival comes from dealing with toxic atmospheres, freezing storms, or low oxygen while you gather resources and upgrade your gear. You can build bases anywhere, upgrade ships, and even command huge freighters as mobile homes. Recent updates added Corvette-class ships with full interiors you can walk through and customize, making long journeys between planets feel completely different. No Man's Sky keeps evolving, and that's why it deserves a spot on the list of new survival experiences to play in 2025. It's one of the few games that keeps growing bigger every year. Ark Survival Ascended is a remastered rework of the classic Ark experience, rebuilt on Unreal Engine 5. You'll still tame dinosaurs, build bases, and survive harsh environments, but now with overhauled visuals, smoother mechanics, and quality-of-life upgrades. The The game includes all the original DLC maps like Scorched Earth, Aberration, and Genesis, and more are being added over time at no extra cost. New creatures, improved UI, better mod support, and cross-play between platforms are part of the package now. It's available in early access. Some parts are still rough or buggy, but the upgrades already make it stand out. If you loved Ark before, or you're into survival games with big scope and evolution, Ark Survival Ascended deserves a spot on your 2025 list. Cubic Odyssey is one of the new survival games to play in 2025, bringing a fresh, voxel style to the genre. Instead of the usual hunger and thirst meters, the focus is on keeping your energy up while fighting against a strange infection called the Red Darkness. The adventure takes you across different planets, each with its own challenges. You'll gather resources, craft tools, and build vehicles to explore further. It's designed to be flexible. Play solo if you like the challenge, or jump in with friends in co-op. What makes it stand out is the balance between survival and creativity. The game doesn't punish you every step of the way, but it pushes you to adapt, experiment, and expand as the infection spreads. For players who enjoy exploration with a survival edge, Cubic Odyssey is a solid pick in 2025. Crashlands 2 brings back the mix of survival, crafting, and humor that made the first game stand out, but with a lot more to discover. You're once again stuck on the planet Wonopi, exploring new regions, dealing with strange creatures, and trying to piece together what's really going on. The game focuses on crafting gear, building your base, and unlocking abilities to push further into the wild. Combat is flexible. You can fight with melee weapons, ranged tools, or traps depending on how you want to play. What really sets it apart is the tone. Instead of being dark and punishing, it's packed with quirky dialogue and goofy characters that keep the survival grind light and fun. For players who want survival with personality, Crashlands 2 is an easy pick for 2025. Lost Skies is a new survival adventure game releasing in 2025 that gives you a skybound playground of floating islands to explore. Instead of crawling undergrowth and battling starvation, your threats are more aerial: drones, ancient turrets, storm barriers, and sky creatures that attack your vessel. You'll raid ruins, solve puzzles, and salvage tech that helps boost your ship's performance or unlock new exploration paths. You can go it solo or team up with friends in co-op to make sky travel more manageable. Since it's in early access, some systems are still rough, but the core idea is promising. Freedom of vertical movement, vehicle crafting, and aerial danger. If you're hunting a survival game that breaks the mold by sending you upward instead of deeper underground, Lost Skies is a fresh pick for your 2025 list. Lens Island takes the survival genre in a lighter but still challenging direction. With its full release in 2025, the game lets you explore an island chain where you can build a home, farm, and craft, while also venturing into dark dungeons to face voidlings. Combat relies on timing and dodging instead of button mashing, and you can choose to play solo or in co-op with friends. Different modes like peaceful, survival, or hardcore let you decide how tough you want the game to be. What keeps it interesting is the variety. One moment you're growing crops or decorating your base, and the next you're fighting through underground biomes against bosses. That mix of creativity and danger makes Lens Island stand out as a survival game worth picking up in 2025. Forever Skies is a post-apocalyptic survival game where Earth is blanketed in toxic dust and you live aboard a customizable airship. You build, upgrade, and pilot the ship while scavenging ruins above and sometimes descending to the surface to search for rare materials or cures. The world feels lonely but tense. You'll face environmental hazards, mutant creatures, and the challenge of maintaining your ship in flight. Resources are limited, so deciding when to risk a landing or push farther takes weight. At launch, some players praised the setting, airship mechanics, and exploration, but others criticized repetition in map layouts and shallow endgame content. If you want a survival game in 2025 that leans more sci-fi and atmospheric than hardcore, Forever Skies is a unique pick worth trying.
Beneath the dust, some things were never meant to be found. Or were they? Yeah, let's pretend we didn't see that. The cure is out there. And one day, we might just fill our lungs with fresh air again. Just one tiny obstacle in our way.
Into the Dead: Our Darkest Days drops you into a zombie apocalypse set in 1980s Texas. You start with a pair of survivors, and from there you build, scavenge, and try to move from safe zone to safe zone while keeping your crew alive. You'll juggle hunger, energy, morale, and injuries as you explore destroyed neighborhoods, abandoned buildings, and forgotten hideouts. Stealth plays a big role. You don't always want to fight head-on because noise draws zombies fast and weapons break. When you fail, it's permanent. Once your survivors die, you might have to start over. That tension makes every trip feel heavier, especially when deciding who goes on a mission or who stays behind. Even in early access, this game has already shown depth and potential. If you like survival stuff that's part strategy, part horror, and part story, Into the Dead: Our Darkest Days is worth your time this year. Taking the #1 spot on this list of new survival games in 2025 is The Alters. This isn't your typical survival game. It puts you in the shoes of Jan Dolsky, stranded alone on a dangerous alien planet. These alters aren't just copies. They have their own personalities, skills, and opinions, which means managing them is just as important as gathering resources or upgrading your base. The world doesn't wait for you either. Deadly sunlight forces your mobile base to keep moving, pushing you to explore new areas and adapt quickly. That mix of survival pressure, base management, and character drama makes The Alters stand out above the rest. As the most ambitious and unique survival game of 2025, The Alters easily earns the top spot.
Curious, I'm not ready now.
You were always one of us. From day one. What if deciding, making choices was never anything more than just an illusion?
What's in your heart? But if you're not ready for
You're still making it about yourself.
life,
Just look at us.
how can you be ready?